Hello, and welcome to the Janz Report. My name is Austin. If you like the content on this channel and want to be notified when I upload a new video, hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. With that, I will get started on today's topic, oil pipeline versus railway. The railway has been around since 1804, when the first early steam locomotive took a journey in Wales, England. Since that time, the railway has been used to haul oil, goods, and passengers, and has served as helping bring Canada together. This changed in 1862 when the first oil pipeline was built in Canada and was the longest in the world at that time. Which is safer to move oil by, pipeline or to haul oil by train to its destination? Both ways have their pros and cons. Shipping by rail is more expensive than shipping down oil by a pipeline. A pipeline is a lot cheaper and quicker than it is by railway. Another disadvantage by shipping by railway is that trains pass through major centers of population, and disaster could occur if the locomotive encountered a problem. This can be seen in the lac-mégantic railway disaster, which occurred in the province of Quebec. Now, I probably mispronounced the name of the town. The disaster would claim the lives of 47 people and would destroy 30 buildings in the town. It was discovered later that the locomotive had a mechanical issue, and the cars that the oil was being hauled in had some serious safety flaws, and that they were thinly protected. Canada would later introduce legislation to make sure that the oil cars were outfitted with thicker metal, and the disaster itself would cost $400 million in human life and another $150 million to clean up the town and rebuild. Life in the town of lac-mégantic has returned to normal, and the accident that occurred is now a distant memory. That does not say that shipping by an oil pipeline does not have its own consequences as well. In 2020, the Trans Mountain Pipeline suffered a leak at one of its pump stations, which was inconveniently located near a water supply for the indigenous population. The disaster itself did not claim any human lives, but did do damage to the environment around it and cost millions of dollars to clean up. Before I make the concluding arguments, it is time for a funny story. This is the part of the video where I attempt to make you, the audience, laugh, or just put a picture of a cat grooming itself. An unnamed university student handed in his project claiming that the earth was flat because it was shown flat in his textbook. The professor promptly gave the student an F and commented that he might want to redo his project and provide more information that did not rely on just an image in his textbook. Now back to the topic at hand. Currently, the amount of oil being shipped by rail is set to increase. This can be shown through Canadian Pacific Railway competing with Canadian National Railway to buy Kansas City Southern Railway. In terms of pipeline news, Keystone XL, which has faced numerous approval issues in the United States, has pretty much been stopped by the new Biden administration. Now, depending on what side you're on, pro-pipeline or pro-railroad, both have disastrous consequences when issues arise. Another thing to think about before I end this is that oil fuels the economy of the globe, and to phase it out could prove disastrous. If you'd like to see my opinion about moving too quickly away from fossil fuel, then check out my video, The Transition from Fossil Fuel, and I hope to see you on the next Janz Report.